What's up everyone, it's day 5 of the Duos twist on BB24, which means it's day 5 of Duets Week on TV Talks with Tom. Now folks, the house has blew up into calamity and chaos. Oh my god, I never thought we'd get a day like this again on Big Brother, but it is here and I'm so excited. Let's do this Elton John and Kiki D style. Here we go. Now the house has blew up. Take it Tom, thanks Tom. And Nicole, she stormed out. Was it just BB magic? Or lots of falling out. Leftovers now have control. It's like old school BB, except there's no Dr. Will, yeah. Just blindside butter beans. Together, here we go. Ooh, Jasmine twisted her ankle. Turner got showered and Daniel got soured. Ooh, Indy threw up, yeah. Nicole was a cop, Ameerah's getting the chop. And oh, Ameerah's getting the chop. Now the house has blew up. Blindside butter beans, blindside butter beans. Blindside butter beans, blindside butter beans. Folks, it was blindside butter beans all over yesterday and we've got so much to talk about, so welcome to your live feed update. Blindside butter beans. Alright, now right before we get started, if you haven't already and you want quick, concise and fun live feed updates on your YouTube feed, why wouldn't you? Hit that subscribe button and also hit the like button and the bell icon to get notified every single time a brand new upload goes live on the channel. Alright gang, now I know what the majority of you are here for today, and if it's not for the opening song and my incredible singing skills, it is to talk about the great blindside of 2022. Oh my word. Now, some of y'all might have caught my video yesterday. I went live, not to do an official update, but to more kind of react to what was happening as it was happening, which was kind of crazy. But now we'll concise everything together and talk about it, because oh my god, right, rewind to just before the veto ceremony. Turner actually pulled Daniel aside and he told him, I'm sorry, but I'm not putting Taylor up. And Twitter went into a meltdown, including myself, going, shut the Turner, like shut up, we don't want you to spoil this, we've been waiting for this for days on end. And then, all of a sudden, we thought it through and realised, hang on, him telling Daniel that he's not putting up Taylor, he didn't actually say who he was going to put up. Which actually creates more panic, which is actually amazing. So that's probably going to be fantastic for the veto ceremony that we see on Wednesday night, well, tomorrow night. And it created for chaos afterwards. Mark my words, folks, if you haven't heard what happened. Oh my god. So anyway, feeds went down. And then feeds came back. There was calamity. There was chaos, and there was lots and lots and lots of crying. Let's talk about that. Now, my friends, sweet justice is on its way to being served as Turner, as head of household, decided to nominate Ameerah and Terence in replacement of Brittany and Michael. Let's just pause for a moment and celebrate, folks. We got a blindside. We actually got a legitimate old school style blindside. I'm not even trying to drive comments in the chat right now, but please celebrate as much as you want, because we don't get this enough. We do, and who knows if we'll ever get it again. Take this moment, folks, and celebrate. We got a Big Brother blindside. Amazing stuff. Anyway, and I saw loads of people yesterday saying, oh my god, Tom's saying amazing like a million times, because it is. I don't even care. I'm excited. This is amazing. Said it again. Amazing. Anyway, let's talk about the fallout. So, apparently in the speech, Turner actually called out the house and said that the Taylor bashing has to stop. Oh, I am so happy he said that and actually called people out, because all of a sudden people are starting to go, Taylor's becoming the punching bag of the house, she's done nothing wrong, and I'm so glad to see people are starting to see it and actually treat Taylor with respect. It is what she deserves, and she deserves it 10 times as much as that. She's amazing. She is amazing. That's the key word today, amazing. I'm so glad Turner called people out, and I think it's probably just made the other side even more mad at the fact that they don't have control anymore, and all they can do is look like mean, nasty people who hate on Taylor for no reason whatsoever. But anyway, the feeds come back, and the cameras are amazed that, like, it was like art, basically. In one room, we've got Indy crying her eyes out, and she'd been throwing up. And then in the other one, we had, like, probably a good 9 or 10 people stood in a circle and talking about The Blind Side. And also, for your consideration for best dramatic performance, we've got Brittany and Kyle, who are acting like they didn't have a clue. Michael was brilliant in the acting as well, so was Taylor. All of them were acting like they didn't have a damn clue, and it was something beautiful to witness, because at this point, then Indy started to get the blame for The Blind Side, and so did Alyssa. Can we just talk about that for a second? The leftovers didn't even get the blame, and the nasty side of the house has turned on each other and started blaming each other for The Blind Side. This is everything and more. This is Big Brother, folks. I truly, as a Big Brother fan, it makes me emotional even talking about this. As a Big Brother fan, I never thought we would ever get a day like this again. Truly. I can feel myself tearing up right now just talking about this, because the show means so much to me. And I know it means a lot to you guys as well. And we wait out on hope so much in this game. And week after week we're disappointed with the same person who wins the same comps, and predictable strategy and predictable nominations. And the day arrived, folks, and we finally got some Big Brother, and I couldn't be happier. We're only scratching the surface here, but we'll get onto it more. But it really feels like a moment to just share some love amongst the Big Brother fans and just say, we got it, folks. We got a good old Big Brother Blind Side, and this is Big Brother. Yes. Alright, so at this point, at least half the house is crying. We've got Jasmine, I saw Jasmine crying. I'm pretty sure Terrence was tearing up as well. Ameerah was crying. And the weirdest thing is as well, I don't think Ameerah thinks she's going. I'm not 100% on that. I think they're uncertain, because Terrence has said that he's not going to campaign against Ameerah. So Terrence is basically going to lay over and die, but I think if the leftovers stick to their guns, then they're just going to send Ameerah out anyway. So then you've got somebody like Terrence who's bringing nothing to the house, who's not even gaming, because he was hyping up Ameerah, saying, you've got to win head of household, and she was saying, I know. So if they don't know that, then Ameerah's going to get blindsided on Thursday night as well, which means double blindside, which is chef's kiss moment. But anyway, Nicole was somebody who flew off the handle. She went mad. She started yelling at people. She was yelling at Alyssa, blaming her for it. And I'm just reading my updates now, and I'm in disbelief that I'm actually getting to deliver an actual Big Brother-esque update. I know I do Big Brother every single day, but is it really Big Brother? You know, this is Big Brother. This is what I'm talking about. But anyway, yeah, Alyssa was crying. Nicole had shouted and yelled at her and all that kind of stuff. And she then she looked at I think it was Monty, and she went, I don't trust anyone in this house. No one. I'm done with everybody. And she stormed out the house, went all the way to the back of the backyard, jumped into the hammock and fell out. She fell out the damn hammock. Then she tried to get back in the hammock and fell out the other way. Nicole's got a temper, y'all. But don't we all? We all have a temper, but Nicole seemed madder than pretty much anyone in there, and it was a beautiful sight. It was art. It was art in Big Brother form. And it was just amazing. It was just absolutely amazing. But anyway, Nicole's meltdown as a result led to other people getting very, very emotional. Daniel kind of went off the handle as well, and he got sad because I think he felt left out that Nicole had been gaming without him. It was basically just like watching this other side totally implode. Everything they'd said and done about Taylor and all the nasty things they've done for the first 3 weeks in this game just came toppling down on them in one day, and a moment of blowing up and shouting and yelling and falling out of hammocks and crying, and it was like they got what was coming to them. Karma was served in a way, I think, and it was just amazing to see what was happening here. And this meltdown stage of like all the house guests just in calamity went on for about 3.5 hours. It was just chaos. It didn't calm down for about 3.5 hours. Brittany was crying as well, I think, from Nicole. Nicole had a huge effect, and Nicole's stock in the game went down like from up there to below the ground in the space of a few days, simply because of the way she's talking to people and the fact how she can't handle when she's not in control. she is definitely somebody. If the leftovers continue to gain control of the game, she's gone next week or the week after. Fantastic. It's Big Brother, and people are actually playing right now, and to witness all this stuff on the feeds was just absolutely majestic as a Big Brother fan. Just amazing. Okay, so it appears that the leftovers are still continuing to succeed because Nicole went into campaign mode and she said she wants to vote out Ameerah over Taryn. So she's starting the campaign against Ameerah. You can't even make this stuff up. The leftovers don't even have to expose themselves and try and vote out Ameerah because Nicole's pushing for Ameerah. The leftovers officially have control of the game. They have got it in a chokehold and they're not letting go, and they're doing it with absolute grace and just I'm just flabbergasted. This is so cool. Yeah, but Nicole's obviously going to be pushing for Ameerah to go this week, so Nicole's probably going to take the heat for Ameerah's blindside on Thursday night, or Ameerah's voting out on Thursday night, which means she's going to make more enemies on that side of the house. That side of the house is just going to turn on each other, and the leftovers, they've done it. This is so cool. I just hope they stick together, and it's wild. But anyway, Ameerah was talking to Taylor, saying that she feels crappy about being blindsided. It's that wave of emotions, isn't it, of going up and down when you're on the block, which is understandable. But one thing that I saw a lot of people noting on Twitter, including myself, was the fact that Ameerah started to talk about the importance of the cookout, which, of course, you all know I supported the cookout last year. They are amazing. And she was basically saying, I'm now realising why the cookout had to stick together and all that kind of stuff. Ameerah never brought up the cookout, not as far as I remember anyway, brought up the cookout when Taylor was being targeted. She said horrible things about Taylor for the past 2 weeks. The cookout was never brought up, but as soon as she's on the block, she starts saying the cookout's important. I think that shows what, you know, Ameerah's character, and I'm glad that she's most likely getting the boot this week, because you can't just pick and choose when you want to say that the cookout's important when she has literally not even been there for Taylor over these past few weeks, as Taylor's cried her eyes out and gone through the house ostracising her. I'm just so glad Taylor is now in good form in the game. She's got good people around her and people caring about her, because she's a wonderful person. She truly is wonderful. She's a kind soul. And what the amazing thing is as well, most people would have clapped back at this point. It's 3 weeks in and Taylor's not even said a bad word about anybody on that side. Still, she's classy as hell, and I've just got so much respect for her, and I'm so glad. It's amazing because I was looking at the cameras, and you've got like Jasmine and Ameerah and all these people crying on one side of the camera. And then on the other one, you've got Taylor sunbathing in the garden. I'm thinking, well, how the tables turn. All right, now Joseph had a really heartwarming moment with Taylor in the bathroom, and he basically said to her, "Look, I'm basically, this is awful what you've had to go through. I'm sorry that you've been ostracised. I'm sorry that this has all happened." And it's understandable as well, because when all these people are constantly saying bad things about her, you start to believe it. When you're in that pressure cooker, when you're in the house, you don't know anything else. And I'm just so glad that Joseph's seen through the BS and actually started to go, do you know what? You have been nothing. He was looking at her and saying, you've been nothing but graceful and nice with your personality and on a game level. And he gave her a big hug, and Taylor was had this big smile on her face. I wanted to be in on the hug. I just wanted to. It was just so nice. It was so heartwarming. It was lovely. And then later on, I saw a clip, actually, when I woke up this morning, because I missed this last night. Joseph was saying to Taylor, like, you know, let's talk. They were sat in the garden, in the backyard, and they were saying to each other, let's talk. I don't even want to talk about game. Just tell me about you. Tell me about Taylor. I want to get to know Taylor. And it honestly could have brought a tear to my eye. I'm getting, again, emotional. I've never done an update like this, ever. This is incredible. And it's just so nice. All of a sudden in one, we've had blindsides, the meltdowns of the people who've been, the nasty people who've been ostracising Taylor getting some justice, people caring about her, Joseph taking control of the house. It's a good day to be a Big Brother fan, folks. That is all of your live feed updates for today, folks. I thoroughly hope you all enjoyed watching. Please let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section below. There was a lot that went on yesterday, and I still didn't touch on everything because I always try and keep it as concise as possible with the most important things that we talk about. But man, I've said it, I think 4 days in a row now. This is the best update I've ever done. And I mean that. It has gotten better every single day. Big Brother's back. Big Brother is back. I would have never in a million years predicted that this season that started out like that would turn to this, but man am I happy. But folks, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single last one of you. Celebrate, rejoice, give me all your thoughts in the comment section below, because We need that today. We really do. But in the meantime, I hope everybody's staying safe, staying positive and staying healthy out there. And remember to be kind to one another. But in the meantime, please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Do all of that wonderful stuff. But until your next live feed update, I've been your host, Tom Vasey. Good night. And thank you for 14,000 subscribers.